Very good morning to all of you students. Welcome to the mathematics class. In this session, we will discuss chapter number 15 of class 10th, and the name of the chapter is probability. This is important chapter and this is a very simple chapter. Clear student? So start. First of all, I want to tell you what is the meaning of probability. So students, a measure of, you can see here, a measure of uncertainty is provided by a branch of mathematics called theory of probability. That means probability is a branch of mathematics where we can consider guesses. That means the in the simple way you can say that probability means guess. Clear? Now, the chances of happening an event when expressed quantitatively is called probability. However, we may give two definitions of probability. That means there are two ways by which probability can be defined. First, experimental, second is theoretical. So, experimental probability, that means experimentally how can we define probability. Clear? So, see here, let us perform the following experiment of tossing a coin and record the number of heads turning up, and then we calculate the respective probabilities as shown in the following table. So here number of trials, number of heads turning up, and experimental probability. The first case, in the first case you can see here 100 trials are taken, and in 100 trials 66 times we get head on a top, then its probability will be 66 upon 100, that 0.66. In the same way, number of trials are different, then number of heads are different, and their probabilities are also different. Clear? So we can say that the probability is depend on the number of trials and the respective result. Clear? Okay, now probability, the theoretical approach, that means how can we define probability on the theoretically. So in a fair coin, that means unbiased coin, both outcomes head or tail are equally likely. That means head or tail can be come equally. The probability of obtaining a head in a toss of coin is in one out of the two, that means half, as the outcomes are equally liked. In the same way, when a dice is thrown up, the outcomes of this experiment are equally likely. We see that in a fair dice, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are equally likely because a dice contains 6 phases and each phase contains different number from 1 to 6. Then the probability of any number is 1 by 6. Clear? In the same process, we have a general formula for finding the probability of any event, and it is probability of any event is equal to number of outcomes favorable to E for event divided by total number of outcomes. So PA is equal to number of favorable outcomes upon total number of possible outcomes, m upon m plus n. Clear? If the probability of happening is small p and probability of not happening is small q, then there is a relation between probability of out probability of happening and not happening. It is small p plus small q is equal to 1, where small p is the probability of happening and small q is the probability of not happening. It means the sum of both two events will be 1. That means probability never comes more than 1, and it also never come in negative value. Clear? You can see from the figure there is a two coin and they have different faces. In first tail is given and second head is given. So the probability of head is also 1 by 2 and the probability of tail is also 1 by 2. Clear? Okay, student. Now, some important terms. As we know that in the dice there are 6 faces and each faces contain the different number and they are fixed. In the same way, cards. So in the pack of our 52 cards, the cards are divided into 4 parts. You can see from the chart. So a group of card, or you can say that a pack of card contain 52 cards, and this 52 cards is divided into two parts: 26 red cards and 26 black cards. 26 red cards is also divided into two parts. First, a group of 13 cards which is known as heart, and another group of 13 cards which is known as diamond. In the same way, in the 26 black card, there are two groups also. First group contains 13 cards, which is known as club, and the next 13 cards is also known as spades. Now, the division of 13 cards is like this. Here, four cards are faces cards. That means they have a face like king, queen, ace, and jack. And there are 9 cards which have a number card from 2 to 10. Clear? Okay, students. Now, some definitions are here. Equally likely event. Two events are said to be equally likely if one of them cannot be one of them cannot be affected in preference to each other. For instance, if we draw a card from well shuffled pack, we may get any card, then the 52 different cards are equally likely. It means that in the bunch of 52 cards, each card have equally events. That means if you draw any card, then its probability will be same. Now, the next point is impossible event. In a single throw of a dice, there are only 6 possible outcomes from 1 to 6. And if we want a number 7, then it is not possible because 7 is not in the dice. Then probability of getting 7 will be 0 upon 6 because 7 is not present in the dice. So we can say that it is an impossible event. Now, sure event. Sure events. We want to find the probability of getting a natural number less than 7 on throwing a dice. For then we know that for every face of a die is marked with a natural number less than 7, that means from 1 to 6. Then number less than 7 will be sure event because we definitely get any number which is less than 7. So this type of event is known as sure event, and here the probability will be 100%. Clear? As you know, the probability is always lie between 0 to 1. That means it will be never less than 0. That means never negative probability can be possible, and it is also not get more than 1. Okay, students, now we will discuss some examples. First example is, why is tossing a coin considered to be a fair way of deciding which team should be get the ball at the beginning of the football game? Solution. When we toss a coin, we get either head or tail, which are equally likely. Hence, individual result of a coin toss is completely unpredictable or unbiased. Clear? Now the example number, which of the following cannot be possible probability of an event? So as you know that negative probability never can be possible. It means that the option number B is not be possible. Next example is, a probability of 0.05, then what will be the probability of not happening? We know that probability of happening of any event and probability of not happening of any event will be equals to 1. So by this formula we can get 0.95 is the required result. Clear? Okay students. So these are the questions related to probability. Now students, we take another example. Next example is a game of chance consists of a spring at arrow which comes to rest pointing at one of the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 from figure, and these are equally likely outcomes. What is the probability that it will point at 8? An odd number, a number greater than 2 and a number less than 9. So total number of points here 8. First, even even is the probability the arrow comes at the number 8. So it will be 1. Now the probability of getting arrow comes at number 8. It will be favorable event upon total event, that means 1 upon 8. Now second part is E2 is the probability event the arrow comes at an odd number. So here odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7. That means total numbers are 4. Now the probability will be n e1 upon ns, that means 4 upon 8. Here n e2 is the favorable outcomes upon ns is the sample space, that means total outcomes. Clear? The next one is E3 is the arrow comes at a number greater than 2 and it will be 6 events. So n E3 is 6, then the probability will be 3 by 4. Clear? Last one is E4. The arrow comes at a number less than 9 and these are 8 means total. So here the probability will be 8 upon 8. It means 100%. Clear? Now the next question is a dice is thrown once. Find the probability of getting a prime number, a number lying between 2 and 6 and odd number. Solution. First, even is the event of getting a prime number. So we know that 2, 3 and 5 are the prime numbers on a dice. So here n even equals to 3. Then the probability will be 3 upon 6 because 6 is the total outcomes. Now, in second part E2, event of getting a number lying between 2 to 6. It is also 3. Then the number is 3. Then the probability will be 3 upon 6, that means 1 by 2. Now the third one is E3. E3 is the event of getting an odd number. It is also 3 number. 1, 3, 5 all are odd number. Then the probability is also 1 by 2. Clear? Okay students. Now take another example. One card is drawn from well shuffled deck of 52 cards. Find the probability of getting a king of red color, a face card, a red face card, the jack of hearts, a spade, the queen of diamond. So first, even is the event of getting a king of red color. So there are two red colors. So the king will be 2. Now, in deck of cards, 26 cards are red and 26 cards are black. Then the final probability is 2 upon 52. That means 1 upon 26. Now E2. E2 is the event of face card. So there are total 12 face cards. Then the probability will be 12 upon 52 because 12 are the face cards and 52 are the total cards. So its probability will be 3 upon 13. Now E3. E3 is the event of getting a red face card. So here red face cards are 6 only because 6 black face cards are also present in total. So its probability will be 6 upon 52, that means 3 upon 36. Now E4, event of getting a jack of hearts. So only one jack of heart is here. So its probability will be 1 upon 52. Clear? Now fifth one is E5, event of getting a spade. 13 cards of spade are given in the 52 cards. So its probability will be 13 upon 52, that means 1 upon 4. And the last one is e5, e6, event getting a queen of diamond, it will be 1, then the probability will be 1 upon 52. Clear? Okay students. So student, questions are very simple and you can easily solve questions of this exercise, this chapter very well. Now the last question of this lecture is, a jar contains 24 marbles, some are green and other are blue. If a marble is drawn at random from a jar, the probability that it is green is 2 by 3. Find the probability of blue balls of the jar. So solution is, the number of greens marbles is x, then the number of blue marbles will be 24 minus x, because 24 are the total number of marbles, then the probability will be number of green marbles upon total number of marbles. By putting the values and solving, we get x equals to 16. Then the number of green marble will be 16 and the number of blue marble will be 24 minus 16, that means 8. Okay students, so I think you all understand the questions of probability, because the chapter is very simple and it is also important chapter. So by solving the examples, you can easily solve the exercise 15.1. So this is your exercise and this is your homework, and you have to complete this exercise completely. Okay students, so do questions as much as possible, and this is your homework. Okay student, thank you very much.